What's the biggest secret that a pizza chef may know? Of course you're right, that's the pizza dough. To be honest, I am a little bit emotional because I've been waiting for this moment for months now. And that's because I want to share with you the biggest secret that a pizza chef may have. And that's obviously the pizza dough recipe. So starting from now on until the end of April, I will be uploading every week a new dough recipe, so you don't want to miss that. And please guys, just do me a favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm so more people will see our videos and our dough recipes. Thank you. As for today, we're gonna be making two different dough recipes, which rises from 3 hours up to 5 hours. At room temperature. They will both be quite similar, but we will definitely have a different kind of result. So please watch this video until the end and you'll surely be surprised on how I, as a professional, would make a pizza dough. As for the pizza sauce recipe, you can see the video popping up right now, so you can have a complete pizza recipe from the start to the end. And I've also got some videos on how to stretch your pizza dough if you don't know how to stretch it by hand, and why you should stretch it by hand. So without further ado, let us make the first dough recipe for you guys. Let's go. So for the first dough, we're gonna need 2.5 grams of sugar for the acidity of the dough. Then we have 3 grams of fresh yeast. If you want to use the dry instant yeast, you have to use 2 grams. Around 2 grams, a little bit less. Then we have 7 grams of salt. Then 10 grams of semolina flour. 10 grams of milk powder, guys. Then 15 milliliters of olive oil. Not extra virgin olive oil, but olive oil. Then we'll have 50 grams of soy flour. 180 grams of normal DoughThe flour. And last but not least, we'll have 150 milliliters of water at a temperature from 23 degrees to 25 degrees. And that's it. And the mixing of all ingredients and the order in which we're gonna mix them, it's a key moment, because this is what most people get wrong. And if you want to make a very good dough, then you should follow the right steps of mixing all the ingredients. So let's see in which order we should mix our ingredients. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna start with the normal DoughThe flour. Then next, we're gonna take the fresh yeast. Open it like so. You see? If you do this with the water, it will stick to your fingers and you don't want that. So this is the first step. Then we can put all the other flours. And the milk powder, semolina. We give it a little bit of mixed again. We'll put the sugar also. As I was saying, this is for the acidity of the dough. Next, we'll have the water. We bring a little bit closer the oil and the salt, but we'll use it in just a little bit. I haven't used oil yet, because the oil usually we'll use it near to the end. So when the water absorbs the whole flour, then we will have our salt. Now we'll use a little bit of oil. We'll put a little bit of semolina flour on top. So our dough balls won't stick. And now guys comes the nice part. We'll use a little bit of basil, which we're gonna place right here. So if you wonder why we left the basil inside, that's because when our dough will start rising, it will get all the rich perfume from the basil. And that's a small trick that I always use while making my pizza dough. So now we will leave it to rest for about 3 to 5 hours and we'll start making the next dough. And for our next dough, we'll be using one of these, so be prepared. So for the second dough, we're gonna need 150 milliliters of water, 180 grams of normal DoughThe flour, then 50 grams of soy flour, 10 grams of milk powder, 7 grams of salt, 15 milliliters of olive oil, 2.5 grams of sugar for the acidity, and 2 grams of dry yeast. If you want to use fresh yeast, then you'll use 4 grams. And now the order in which we are gonna put our ingredients is first water, 20 to 23 degrees. Then next we have the dry yeast, sugar, milk powder, soy flour, normal DoughThe flour, as soon as you see that the flours have absorbed the water, okay, we place the salt, and only after 3 minutes we will add the olive oil. But the secret ingredient in this second dough, guys, it's a little bit of fresh mint. We will chop a little bit of fresh mint and add it into our pizza dough as it rotates. So you can have a fresh taste to your pizza dough. And we leave it to go on for about 10 minutes. Last but not least, we'll add the olive oil. Okay, so now look at this dough, guys. You see? You can see all the fresh mint inside. Okay, our dough is ready. Now the next step is to divide it into pizza balls, because if you want to stretch it afterwards by hand, you will break it inside, because this dough, as soon as you divide it and you give it the form, it will become as one. So afterwards, when you're trying to stretch it by hand, it will be much easier for you and it won't break. So just trust me, after you're done kneading it, just start now and shape them into dough balls. You can use 250 grams or 230. I use from 200 to 230 grams. But this is up to you. You can use a heavier ball dough or you can use a lighter one. So this is how I shape them into round balls. Just make sure that you close it here, because otherwise when you place it and here you leave a hole like this, when you will try to stretch it by hand, you may also have a problem. So this is another trick. See, it's closed. Going to be doing the same thing. A little bit of semolina flour. And we'll be placing our two doughs, but now we'll be closing them with the plastic wrap, like so. So we'll also leave to rise this dough for about 3 to 5 hours, and then we'll start making our pizzas. So as you can see, guys, our first dough, it's ready. It's been 4 hours now from the time that we left it here to raise, and now it's ready to make a pizza. So we'll take it out. To be honest, it has a really nice perfume, and we start making our first pizza. As you can see, it's perfectly raised. It's been 4 hours now since we left it. This is semolina flour. Don't forget that this is the only flour that you should use when you stretch your pizza dough. We're gonna make a simple margherita, so this way we can feel all the flavors that our dough has gained over this time. So now we'll wait for about 3 minutes until our margherita is ready. But nevertheless, we have to wait until the second dough will be ready. And it should be ready in about half an hour or an hour or so. And we'll be making the second pizza and see the final results on the second dough. Okay? So this is the first pizza of our first dough. We'll put just a little bit of basil. I cannot even describe the flavor and the nice smell, the perfume that comes out from this pizza, guys. Use the new tactic that I showed you today, and then let me know in the comments if you feel the difference between this kind of dough and the dough that you used to do normally. So this is the first dough that we made. Now we'll wait for the second dough and we'll see the results on the second dough. Okay, so now we'll use the second dough. You can see how beautiful it looks with the mint inside, guys. All always don't forget to use semolina flour to stretch your pizza dough. And stretch it a little bit more. And in this occasion, we'll have a special pizza for a special dough. If you don't have one of these at home, just use 2 forks like this and play around until you have made the holes all over it. Now we use a little bit of whole nuts, a little bit of mozzarella, just for now. When it comes out, we will use other ingredients. As you can see, for the second dough, we haven't used the pizza sauce, and that's because this is a special dough, guys. We will use fresh ingredients so we can feel all the freshness inside. This is our second pizza. And in this pizza, my friends, we will use a little bit of cherry tomatoes, rocket salad, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. So let me try a slice of it, because I know it came out pretty perfect, but I'm curious to see if I got everything right, as usual. This is our second dough of the day, and to be honest, my mouth is watering. This is real confirmation right now. Guys, please try these 2 types of doughs at home and let me know into the comments if this was useful for you or not. You can feel all the freshness inside, and this I assure you that it's a totally different kind of dough from what you used to do until now. I guess that's it for me for today, guys. These were our 2 pizza doughs. I really hope you enjoy it, and if you find anything useful on this channel, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And until the next time, from Lo Sbrano, bye bye.